I'm about to take my ass back to therapy ASAP. I left therapy about 7 months ago. Well, I mean, like, I didn't initially intend to leave. My therapist started missing appointments, and I kind of got frustrated, so I just gave it up. I'd also come to the conclusion that I didn't need it right then anyway, simply because I wasn't experiencing things that made me need to talk them out. After my recent road trip with a friend to New York, though, I'm definitely gonna need to get back to therapy. Now, don't freak out. I know that sounds incredibly dire, but I really enjoy therapy. I suffer from a bunch of mental weirdness that makes it so I spend a lot of time confused, confuddled, and utterly dumbfounded. As you might imagine, that is incredibly frustrating for me. But for like the last, I'm gonna say like maybe 6 months or so, I haven't really experienced anything new enough to confuse me, which on some level I don't think is very good for a person like me. But I am now confused as fuck and going back to therapy to talk it out, which is undoubtedly a good thing. So oftentimes when I'm doing bad mentally, I don't want to go to therapy. I don't want to talk about it. But when I'm doing well, I feel like optimistic enough to actually seek out help because I know it will work. Every time I've ever gone to therapy, it has effectively helped me get my mind straight. Like, I have never had a single bad therapist, even the one that missed appointments. Like, we are in a fucking pandemic after all. Like, he just contracted COVID and it was kind of bad for him. Therapists are people too. And I say all this because therapy often gets a bad rap, but truthfully, it doesn't deserve it. Outside the rare and obviously problematic, immoral, or illegal stories, most of the negative things you hear about therapy can be boiled down to like basic incompatibility or patient failure. Typically, people go into therapy with some incredibly unclear idea of what it is / can be for them. Talk therapy works for me though, because all I want out of it is to understand and like to get advice. That's what it's for. It's essentially your closest confidant, but without the shame of having to interact with them outside your paid relationship, and some qualifications to help them understand what's actually going on inside you versus how they feel about what's going on inside you. That way, you can live the rest of your life without the weight of confusion and avoided emotions. It's essentially like going to the gym so you're more physically fit for your actual life, but, just for your brain. And that's why